What's going on, guys? This is Aztac here with another video for you guys. What do we have today?
So a little while back, I think we talked about the situation where we got trapped out one day adventuring for a new shooting spot, and based off of that experience, this was built.
Yeah.
Never before did we really think about too much long term, hey, if something happens, until it actually happened. And this is what kind of really started this passion for us, is, you know, now being prepared for situations and having things on hand that make life easy.
Yeah, definitely. So basically we went out there shooting. The truck, we got stuck out there. We were out there for hours. We were thinking it was going to be a quick trip, go out there shooting, get back in the truck and head back. Nope. We got stuck out there. We had no supplies. I mean, it took forever for us to get the truck out of there. We were thirsty, hungry. I mean, it was ridiculous. We could have been so much better prepared. And yeah, that's exactly why you need one of these. If you're going out shooting, if you're going out camping, wherever you're going, it is definitely a good idea to have some kind of truck bag with all the supplies that you need.
Truck bag, car bag, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But this is definitely a must have for myself, and it should be for you guys, like you said. Definitely.
All right, so let's see what we have in here.
First things first, let's start in the back. You know, the biggest and the baddest. Where do we get this from? Gunbroker. That's where I picked this up from. Gunbroker. I couldn't have built it for as cheap as I got this. Definitely turned out to be well worth it. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing special. It's definitely got a cool Cerakote on it. It's just yellow. It's got the transformer laser engraved into it, as you can see there. But it's just it's an Anderson Arms lower 300 blackout. Definitely good for taking down some larger game. Out here, you know, it's mostly javelina, stuff like that. You got the flip up sights on this thing, you know, super easy to use. Push it down. Nothing extreme, nothing fancy. Just something to get the job done. So we go out a lot, riding, shooting, hunting, camping. I mean, we've been hitting it up a lot lately, just checking out the area, getting to know everything.
Yeah.
So that was where this came in, just to be safe. You know, you never know what kind of situation you're going to get into. This is the Rapid Application Tourniquet. Super easy to use. We both work in the medical field, so we know the importance of having a good tourniquet out there to make sure, should you have an accident, to be able to make sure you can control the bleeding. So pretty much everything on the front here is for super easy access. It's all got the mole attachments on it here. This one is no different. It's a easy clip and release mole attachment in case you want to take it off and take it out there with you.
So here we have the Fox knife. This is definitely good for, it's kind of a multi-tool, multi-purpose use. On the bottom end there's a flathead screwdriver. Got another screwdriver on the top. We got the can opener, has a blade, serrations, belt clip, and you got the loop there so you can put it lanyard or whatever. Yeah.
It's also that super bright orange. You know, if you have an extra knife and you're just looking for something to let people know where you are, to put them on the right track, this is something that is bright enough to leave a marker for wherever you are. The next part of this is, you know, I keep an extra bag of gloves. You never know what kind of situation you're gonna run into, whether it's animals, poison ivy, something like that. Anything that you need to get into, that you need that protection, blood, sputum, you know, bodily waste, who knows what you're getting into. Definitely good to have these on hand. And also, I know black is in style. I could have thrown those in here, but once again, markers. You got to be thinking secondary options with these.
Yeah,
like,
true.
you know, use them and hang them up. Set yourself a trail, or make sure you know where everybody can find you.
All right. So over here we have another multi-tool, screwdrivers in there, a couple blades, little saw in there. So definitely good to have one of these.
The cool thing about this one too is it has all the adaptations for regular use as well as fixing weapons. It has a lot of the attachments that you need for the punches and everything else, as well as you have the glass breaker, and I think there's a hammer.
There's a hammer
on there too. So that was kind of a cool feature because this thing's heavy. Oh, it's not one of the lighter multi-tools. This has definitely got some weight to it.
Yeah, it's a definitely a heavy multi-tool. It's not really for like EDC use, but in a truck bag where you need more heavy duty stuff, this is definitely a good buy here.
Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this bag here. Like you can see, it's got storage options for days, all kinds of different stuff is in here. We got some trauma shears. You never know. Knives are great, but when you're trying to cut off somebody's clothing, you don't want to be running a knife up their pant leg or something blindly, causing even worse situations. We have the glow code triage kit, waterproof matches, got one of the little mini Cree lights. I think this thing is like 100 lumens or something like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and these are super cheap. You can probably pick a couple of these up for $5-10.
Yeah.
You know, if you look on Amazon, sometimes you get like a 5-pack for like $10 or whatever. So it's definitely nice to have a bunch of these.
Start trying to go through things a little bit faster for you guys. I know you guys saw a lot of this, so we're not going to repeat a lot of this. I told you it was going to end up in the truck bag, and here it is.
This is from our previous video, the Wise Company 5-day survival backpack. You know, it's always good to get yourself one of those big packs and throw some of these into the bag, because you never know.
This was from...
This is also from the 5-day pack from Wise. This is, it's always good to have one of these as well. This is another flashlight. The difference between this one is this is manual, so no worrying about batteries or anything like that. You kind of recharge it on your own there. So if you're ever stuck out there for a long time, you know, this is gonna be your best friend here. So yeah, so this came in a previous battle box.
Like I said, we use these things.
Yeah.
It's not like we're trying to say, hey, just go buy this. We're not getting paid for this at all. This is stuff that you can actually use every day.
Yeah.
I don't know when you got this. When did you get this?
It's been a minute, but
it's something that definitely needed to find its way into the bag.
Yeah. Just different items that you could throw in your bag that would actually be very useful in those situations there.
So, and this is cool because filter the water, boil the water, put the water in here. It's a good storage container. You're out there. Oh, you even got the tongs. All right, so you get the tongs to pick it up off the fire and everything else.
Yeah, pretty much everything you need here.
Battle box approved. Like I said, biggest portion for myself out there is emergency situations, controlling the situation, and blood loss is a huge issue.
Yeah.
If anything should happen, so far it hasn't happened, but make sure you check your supplies as well. There are expiration dates on these. They cannot stay in here forever. And I would recommend even a little bit earlier than the expiration date. Out here, we're in Arizona, it's hot. This stays in the truck. It gets ridiculous in the truck. So change these out a little bit before the expiration, even because you don't know what that heat's doing to them. Make sure everything's effective.
Yeah.
All right, man.
What else
Keep
we got
getting into it. More control the situation type stuff. Oh, what do you?
Some more just dressings. What do we got
This
here?
is a big one. Halo seals. You never know what's going to be happening out there, like I said, you don't have enough light, you trip over something, you puncture. These halo seals are great. I've actually used them in a few situations in the hospital, something along the same lines as this. So I know they work. I know these are good. And at that point, I felt like I needed it out there. I don't know how many times we've been out there with the kids and they're on the quads. They feel like they're a little bit bigger than they are, and they try and jump. How many times have we seen them fall off or something like that?
Yeah,
man?
a ton of times.
It takes one time, and you're gonna wish you had something like this in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Again,
another flashlight. Like we mentioned before, it's good to have lights everywhere. You know, especially if you're out with the family. You know, sometimes the kids want to use a flashlight. It's just good to have lights everywhere. So, just another light. All right, some more emergency kit stuff. You know, you can never have too much of this stuff. You never know. Might as well be prepared. Some more food. Right. Little fire starter. Definitely good to have.
That thing's pretty sweet. I think it was one of those situations where somebody was having a little sale there, the tactical sleeping bags. Super awesome, super small, super lightweight, and just something great to have out there.
Yeah. Look how small it is. I mean, you could throw this in your bag easily, you know. Got a bunch of water packs. This was from the 5-day backpack, right?
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen that video of the 5-day Wise backpack, go check out that video so you guys can see everything that's in that pack. That is actually a really good pack. You know, what is it, like 50 bucks or something
yeah,
like that?
60 bucks.
You get a ton of stuff with that backpack, so go check that out.
Yeah, great starter truck bag. You don't have one, pick one of those up. Everything's pretty much in there for you, ready to go. Basic stuff that you don't even need any kind of know how to use. Those are the electronic hearing protection. Like I said, truck bag. Have the blackout in there, whatever, you know, you need to go hunting, you're gonna need that ear protection. Don't leave without it. So, and whenever you go out to the range, these are already in the truck. It's good to go. I think this came from the backpack too, the Wise backpack. You gotta get one of those if you don't have anything set up for yourselves.
Has a whistle, a compass, a little mirror to be able to signal, and you can throw some matches in there or whatever you need to, some pills, whatever.
So this is a great emergency kit. This is straight from an EMS provider. Lots of good stuff in there. Has airways, CPR masks. It has an extra tourniquet. Just a lot of really good stuff in there. I don't know how many times we've been in situations where something happens on the road and we pull over. This is from those kind of situations where we stop and respond. And everything in here has come from being unprepared.
Right.
And the situation has arisen that we are like, man, we got to get something like that to put in there for next time.
Yeah.
Because we don't get caught with our pants down again.
True. I mean, it seems like overkill, you know, but this is stuff that we kind of gathered over time, you know, as we needed it. And plus, you end up using some of this stuff, so it's good to have extra.
This one came through the backpack as well. That's the one that came with Disco.
Yeah, another item from that Wise backpack. Again, very useful stuff. This is to be able to cook any of this food supplies that come with it. So, you know, another great item to have. All right, what do we got here? Emergency poncho. You know, if you're ever stuck out there, it's pouring. You're definitely going to need one of these. So, good to have in there.
So this is another good fire starter.
Oh, okay.
It's the little cloth pads. It has a few of them in there. Takes a spark pretty fast. Actually, you know what? We're gonna set up few things. We'll test these out and let you know if they were worth it or not. I've never had to use one, but it's just one of those situations where it's like, damn, might as well have it. And this is super important out here. We don't get a lot of fresh water. It's mostly a lot of like pooling and puddles. So if you check it out, what you do, these packets are completely empty. You throw it down in the water. It filters and purifies the water as it absorbs it. It fills up with the water, and it actually has a flavoring in it. So you don't have to worry about anything. You find a few puddles, throw these orange gloves at some different stations of where you left the bags in the puddles. That way you can go back to them after a little while when they've absorbed all the water, and you got clean drinking water.
Nice.
So that's it for the truck bag. I mean, it is a lot of stuff, but everything in here was from something that we've experienced.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you could start off small and kind of build up to something like this, you know, but, you know, it's always good to be prepared, you know, even if you start off with just a couple items, you know, start somewhere, you know.
All right, well, this is the truck bag. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Everyday carry kind of stuff for us. Thanks for checking in with us at Aztac. Like, subscribe, leave some comments. If you see anything in here that you guys like explained further, or
yeah, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, whatever, just leave a comment below and we'll get back to you. All right, guys, thank you for watching Aztac, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
peace.